Hello, mate. Hopefully the mic works. I haven't checked it. Yes, it does. Wonderful. Stand by. There we go. Someone started their engine next to me. Okay then. Yeah, I'm just going to. I'm going to do some landing practice. Somebody else said he's going to come flying with me, and then I intend to go flying with Solo Steve again with James May, and join a group flight there currently and do some formation flying and stuff with them. But I wanted to get.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, there you go, mate. I just wanted to get a little bit more practice, so I've set up the headset a little better so I can lean now, so I can lean out of the cockpit. I'm not going to be leaning too much, but I can go up and down. But mainly I've got a little bit more rotation without like moving my head too far. So that's the idea of that anyway. Let's look down there. Okay. Okie dokie.
I have a 32-inch curved monitor on my desk, so it's very much like I'm flying.
Nice.
Except there's a hairy beast in my airplane.
Yeah? A dog? Oh, stand by, mate. I've forgot to take it off push to talk. There we go. That should be a bit better. I can talk now without having to press a button each time. I was on that other server before. I was in another Discord server talking to Steve, and I had to use a push to talk with it. I really don't like doing that because I've got all my buttons bound to certain things, and I've never had to use that before. So,
oh yeah,
it's irritating having to try and go back to like having a PTT button on the yoke. Like I will set it up like that. I should set it up like that. But at the moment I can chat sort of hands free and I don't have to deal with it. So, right, let's turn this back on.
there's such a long delay with Twitch. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's like 10 seconds. It's just the time it takes to be rebroadcast.
So I got my boss a PS5. He got delivered today. So I'll bring that to him tomorrow. And then he wants a Series X Xbox too. And I had one in my shopping cart a minute ago, and when I went to check out, as soon as I got it, I hit checkout and it went away.
Oh no.
Yeah, Series X is so hard to get. I've got mine. I'm like tuned up and ready to go on Flight Sim as soon as it comes out, but I can't get one for anybody else. PS5s are a lot easier to get.
Yeah, there's I mean, it's not gonna that kind of situation is not going to be finished. Well, it's not going to start resolving itself until probably the end of May, they reckon. I was looking at that with GPUs and stuff. They're still quite expensive and quite difficult to get a hold of. So.
Absolutely. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go grab some water.
Yeah, no worries. I'll be white. There's so many extra steps to fly in this aircraft.
So what is it? You just can't give it full throttle?
No, oh you can. Oh you can. It's just I forgot to close the little door here. You can't close the canopy until you close the door. And I'm just trying to you don't need full throttle on this aircraft. I don't think at any point. It's got plenty of power. I'm just I got to message Volcan. If I look, I can see the airfield properly. So it's hello, mate.
Didn't even see you in here.
Yeah, I bought the Spitfire last night.
Is it good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
I really liked the Mark 9 from Flight Simulator X. It was the one like really good payware that I bought.
Yeah, this is real good.
Good.
Yeah.
But that's actually the only plane in FSX that actually spun. I love that plane.
Yeah. Apparently you can in this.
Well, I want to see you do it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn how to land and take off at the moment, mate.
Yeah, that's
So I'm actually flying in and out of a Battle of Britain airfield.
Middle Wallop.
Yep.
I just logged into the game without having any of my throttle quadrants set up. Oh god, it crashed. Full power. Also don't log out my other things, my pedals.
No worries.
Life in the UK.
Say again, sorry?
Well, how's life in the UK?
Yeah, it's alright. I mean...
Are you guys still locking down? Or?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Someday we're gonna get vaccines. I don't know when, but we'll see.
I can stick my head out of the cockpit now. Also, I'm really enjoying the hydraulics. Like, so if you look down in that corner, you see the differential braking. It sounds brilliant as well, man. It's really, really nice. And I've already landed it with the gear up once. And I did an entire flight with the gear down because I forgot, because I'm so used to flying Cubs, don't have to bother with gear. Okay.
So there's all these loud construction project managers screaming at each other in the background. It's in
Volcan.
the office, but
Go
it's
on.
still construction people.
Yeah. I'm going to take off and watch how. I don't know whether you can see Volcan. Look how much. Look how much rudder I got to put in. If I keep my head down so you can sort of see the pedals. If I go up to about 10, 11 pounds of boost.
I can see you veering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The amount of rudder pedal you've got to put in just to get the thing off the damn ground is.
I think what you need to do is to slowly rev the engine and then get some speed so that your rudder actually does something.
Yeah. Hollow, it's pounds a boost, so PSI, like pounds per square inch. It's just a supercharger pressure, I think. I mean, you can't. It's got to be forced because it's forced induction. So the only reason I'm familiar with that is because I used to drive a lot of turbo cars. Oh, not a lot. I used to drive a turbo car a lot. Abuse a turbo car a lot.
And my first car was a turbo, and I also had a Buick. You know what Buick Grand National is?
Oh yeah, is that a front wheel drive turbo?
No, not that one. This is a V6 turbo from the 80s, and it had
It's got
basically like a 4-inch cylinders, 4-inch pistons.
I'm pretty sure I know what you mean. I know which car you mean. It's like it's got a square. It's got a square trunk, like a flat deck.
Yeah, everything's
deck
square
length,
back in the 80s.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Do you know what?
I don't have it anymore. I gave it to
Go on.
I gave it to my brother, but my favorite one was my Sebring.
Yeah.
2.7 liter engine.
My favourite car had a 109 cubic inch engine, so 1.8 litre. And that was...
You had, what was that again?
A 200SX, Nissan 200SX.
Right.
1.8
yeah,
turbo,
right.
and it was 330 horsepower-ish. And it weighed, with me in it, weighed 1,100 kilos. So,
Yeah.
whatever that is in pounds, 2,200 pounds. Maybe a little more.
Yeah. Not too heavy.
Let's trim this out. It trims so nice, this aircraft.
Good.
So
Wish I
good.
could see it.
I'm streaming it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm flying with you
Yeah,
here.
yeah. It's got a beautiful cockpit. I definitely need rudder trim on this aircraft.
The rudder trim changes with your speed, so it could be
Yeah.
annoying.
Oh, I'll tell you what. It'd help if I didn't fly my flaps out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you got full flaps.
Shouldn't
And
even
your
be
gears
taken
down.
off. There you go. I'm so used to flying a bus aircraft, and it just drops off the face of the map.
Yeah, I'm now. That Merlin's outpacing me.
Wow, it's just accelerating, and I'm not even on. I tell you what, I'll bring the throttle right back to basically a vacuum.
Yeah, your acceleration was beating mine for sure.
Yeah, I'm doing
Which is pretty impressive.
nearly 200 miles an hour already, and I brought the throttle back to basically negative 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think I can turn inside you though, so.
Oh yeah. I'll bring it back down. My speed's dropping a little bit. I'm 190 miles an hour. This aircraft is unbelievably fast without even trying.
Are you gonna shoot down some Germans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, peaceful now. No, don't do it.
Now we're gonna go and fly towards the south of London and shoot down some doodlebugs.
Alright. I'm not fast enough. And honestly, the Spitfire isn't fast enough either, is it?
I think so. Used to use hurricanes and stuff for it, didn't they?
No. They'd never use the Hurricane.
Was it not? That's a
No,
golf
it's too
club.
fast. So basically, the fastest Spitfires maybe could probably do it in the late war, but it's actually quite hard, and you'd have to like let them go by and maybe shoot them down as they're going by, or like you get your one chance.
Right, let's have a look at the old Verf map. Is there anywhere else you particularly want to fly to? You got anything?
I mean, Stonehenge is close by if you want to go.
Oh yeah, that's the other way around. Yeah, let's do that.
I was really liking London Palace the other day.
Yeah.
So basically, you sit in the great forecourt there of London Palace, and you line up at the plane with the X-Cub, and you literally just take off from the forecourt, and then you can go full power, full speed.
Oh yeah.
And then after about 5 seconds of full speed, you cut the power, and you land perfectly at the gatehouse.
Ah. Right, so you're gonna have to guide me to Stonehenge because I can't see the POI.
Oh, me neither, but that's okay. It should be just west of here.
Yeah. If we're above it and I can sort of see it, I should be okay.
Were you at EGHO? Is that where you were?
No. EGVP.
Doesn't much matter. VP? Okay. Should be in front of us then.
Yeah, EGVP I was at. Oh, come on.
Where's the Salisbury plane at?
Oh, somewhere around there as well. It sort of borders on Stonehenge.
I thought Stonehenge was, yeah, in it. That's the only reason I know what it is.
Yeah. It's really not that interesting. It's got a grenade range though.
It's for tourists too, right?
A little.
You're so much faster than me.
Am I?
Yeah.
Tell you what,
I'm in like an extra 300. I shouldn't be so slow.
Yeah, I'm doing 200, just randomly doing 260 mile an hour now, nearly.
Yeah, I'm doing for 97 knots. That's probably about 220 miles.
I'll do a up and over.
Alright. Oh yeah.
I see it.
You see Stonehenge?
Nope. I see you.
Oh no. Okay.
I'll foam up on you.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I don't actually know where it is either.
No.
Gotta be in front of us somewhere.
You should see it. There's some quite intricate markings on the ground surrounding it.
It's a bit NG.
Yeah. It's do you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to break the rules and open my cockpit canopy.
I think it's on our left here. That's my guess. Area looks like. I think it is it. You're gonna open your canopy while you're flying.
Oh yeah. Stick my hair. Get the wind in my hair.
Nice. I didn't know the Spitfire was a convertible. Looks like Stonehenge, but I don't know that it is.
That could potentially be it. I can't remember where it is now, to be honest.
Yeah, hard to say. This looks like it's like
Well, it's a little bit north
walking
of
area.
here.
North, okay.
Just a tiny bit, yeah.
On the other side of the river then.
No, Harlow, I turned POIs off. They're so obtrusive. £0 a boost and I'm doing 210 miles an hour. Oh, nice, Holly, yeah. You'll have to remind me. I'll probably spot it now, though, because all your other names have changed.
Crazy, I thought this plane would be fast enough.
I've backed the throttle right down. It's come down to 200 knots now. I'll tell you what, I'll bring it even further. There we go. How about that? That's it.
Flaps out.
Now, I'd love to get an actual manual for this aircraft. Like to see what the actual speeds are for like flap deployment and stuff.
Takeoff checklist for a cup of tea.
Yeah, that ain't that the truth. Yeah. Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn POIs on. Stand by.
Oh yeah, you haven't found it.
No, I'm just.
Just searching.
Is it data? Accessibility? I don't know. It's been so long since I touched it. Someone told me I'm looking in the right place. I know loads of. I know exactly how to get into a menu, some certain menu settings without even looking. Oh, is it it's assistance? Yeah, I'm in the wrong. Navigation aids, POI markers on, apply. Go back. A resume. Okay.
I sent you an Amazon link.
Say again, sorry?
I sent you the Amazon link. You can buy the actual manual.
Oh, nice.
They got it in paperback.
Oh.
I still can't see any point of way markers. Point of interest, rather.
Yeah. Well, it said it was here.
Oh, it's right in front of me. Literally right in front of me. Yeah, the POI markers just popped up. Oh, I see it behind me. I stick my head out into the breeze. Oh, get the wind through my hair there.
I found it. I found it in PDF.
Yeah, I've got the Stonehenge marker right in front of me now. So.
Trying to get to you.
I'm at throttle idle right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like get a fighter jet. Should put a supercharger on this extra.
Well, it's like what, a 4-litre Rotax engine versus, or Continental engine versus a 27-litre supercharged V12 with, you know, up to and including 3,000 horsepower.
I mean, the amount of power you get out of a 4-liter engine these days compared to a 27-liter engine from then.
Yeah, but if I could choose between the two nowadays, I'd probably still choose the Merlin.
I mean, I would too if the gas wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
Also, leaded. You'd probably need to run leaded. Actually, I don't know if you have to run leaded for a Merlin.
No.
It makes sense. Most aircraft gases are leaded.
But it was only leaded to stop detonation.
Yeah.
Well, they added ethanol and stuff, didn't they? Oh, this.
Doesn't ethanol make detonation worse?
I don't know. Spitfire over Stonehenge. Isn't that beautiful?
So what do you want to know about the Spitfire? I found it in PDF.
Oh, nice. What speeds do you deploy the flaps on landing?
Hey, here it is.
Yep. I just flew past it.
Here's the other ones. Here's a few burial mounds here. Very cool. I teach, well, I don't really teach Stonehenge, but I talk about it a little bit in my architecture course.
Oh, cool. Oh, screw this. I'm messing this one up. This thing just rips off the ground.
Alright, so climbing speed is 180
Yep.
miles an hour with the normal flying power of 12 pounds per square inch cruise.
Yep.
No. Stall.
With the supercharger switch and auto, high gear is engaged automatically when the aircraft reaches a predetermined height.
Yep. 12 or
This is
13,000
the
feet or something.
optimum height for the This is the optimal height for the gear change if full combat power is being used. The maximum rate of climb is obtained by delaying the gear change until the boost in low gear has fallen to 8 pounds per square inch.
Ah. Yeah, I suppose because up to that point, the supercharger is a parasitic drag on the engine. So if you clicked it, it would go into a higher gear and generate a higher pressure, but it would create more parasitic drag on the engine, thus actually sort of net lowering the power output of the engine up until that point. Like a top fuel dragster's supercharger requires like 1,000 horsepower to drive it, but overall they make 10,000 horsepower or thereabouts.
Does that have a rear view fuselage?
No, I can sort of poke my head out a little, but no, not you can't. You can only see out the little gap there.
I managed to crash, so I'm coming back in a Bonanza. See if I'm fast enough for you then.
Yeah. What type of Bonanza?
The regular one. There's a turbocharged one that someone made, but just have the regular.
An actual Bonanza?
Yeah, G36. It's in the game.
What's that cruising speed?
172 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Or knots.
I'm on -2 psi. I'm basically a vacuum, two psi vacuum, and I'm climbing and doing 210 miles an hour. I'm not even touching.
So your stall speed.
Yep.
Your stall speed, fully loaded. That includes ammunition. So I don't know. You're probably on the middle one. Is gonna be 93 with the flaps up and 80 with the flaps down.
Okay, it's definitely lower than that in this aircraft. I think I'm only at about 3 tons. Let's have a look. At the moment, I weigh with with an 80% fuel load, I'm 2,900 kilos. So just over 3 tons with a full fuel load.
I'm on your left, by the way, Bap. I don't know where you're headed.
I'm just going literally around in circles. I've left the aircraft to it, and it's just circling around Stonehenge beautifully.
Nice.
Like I've got completely hands off for the last couple of minutes. It's a really pleasant aircraft to sort of bomb around, but I feel like I need to like do some canyon flying or.
How many kilograms you said you were?
2,900 or say 3,000.
Hey, you're super light.
Which mark of Spitfire is that a manual for?
Oh yeah.
Where you are?
It is a 9, 11, and 16.
And what's the model, Bap? Is it 5 or 9?
This is a 9.
9, okay, yeah. The classic Spitfire that has all the bells and whistles.
Yeah. Well, it's got the 20 mil Hispano cannons on it.
Yeah, by that point in the war, I'm sure that it has.
It's got the bubbles on the wings. I looked at that before, and it's just taken a click. The first ones had 4, but only because of a shortage of the 303 Brownings.
Wait, did they have cannons?
They had 303 Browning cannons on them, yeah.
Oh, 303, yeah. Browning machine gun.
Yeah, machine gun. And then they went to 8 when they could finally ramp up production. And then they went to that Hispano 20mm.
Yep.
And they had 2.
That was
I think they had 2 Brownings as well.
Yeah, they kept the Brownings. They had a few. The Hispano cannons, but early on they were really bad. Like they jammed every second or third shot.
Yeah.
And they got them sorted out after a while.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
It's easier for you to figure out what it is you're trying to look for.
Oh, we managed to make our way back to Stonehenge again. Okay. I think this aircraft has just become like the gold standard for warbirds in the sim.
Good.
I'm doing 320 mile an hour, downhill, minimal throttle. No throttle.
Are you showing in knots or
Miles per
good
hour.
old British? Yeah.
Good old British MPH.
British miles, not American miles?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Imperial miles an hour. I kind of want to bomb through a city now in this.
Nothing.
I want to do a city run, and I want to do
Canyon.
canyon. Yeah, I want to do a ravine canyon, something like that.
It flies like a Spitfire.
Well,
Like when I'm following this plane around, it really does feel like a Spitfire, even though I'm seeing the generic model.
yeah.
I just get the impression of like that turn and that power and the sort of gracefulness.
You need to get this, man. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I probably do.
Yeah. I think it's 35 Australian dollars. You just got to make sure you buy the correct one. Because there's one for X-Plane or P3D or something, and it's $50.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the MSFS one is 35.
Nice.
And when it's fully unzipped, it's close to 3 gigabytes.
Oh my god.
Salisbury Cathedral. Let's go and
Alright, I'm following you.
let's go.
You're gaining on me though.
Am I? Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing 187 knots right now.
Yeah, I'm backing
So,
off. I was doing
200 miles.
240 miles an hour. So
Even the Beechcraft Bonanza can't get you.
no, you have to get into a 339 or something.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean the Dare TBM should do it.
Oh, no, there was somebody flying around with us in a TBM. Couldn't keep up with us either.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who was it last night. We were flying. Me and Steve were flying. And I
That's
think
the 330 knots.
yeah, we were flying with wheels, and although he promised to and then immediately did download the Spitfire model, he is yeah, he was flying. He was struggling to keep up with us in a TBM.
Wow. Well, I guess it's the longitude then.
Actually, as long as I keep the power right down, I can basically stay in formation with you.
I'd probably go down a bit for a sec.
The Salisbury Cathedral right in front of us.
Yeah, nice spire.
I'm going to go get on the left hand side.
Oh, I'm on the left.
I would
as
have
well.
absolutely zero problem if a Spitfire wanted to fly this close to my house. As far as I have.
Me neither. No problem with that. Beautiful. Look at that. What kind of cathedral is it? Do you know?
Big one.
That big one,
And
that's
it's in-
definitely a kind of cathedral.
It's in Salisbury.
I can tell you what kind of cathedral it is. Give me a second.
Oh, you're an architect, aren't you?
Nope. Yeah, I just forgot what active pause was, so give me a second. Hard to fly by and see the shape of the arches. Alright. It's probably fine.
Oh, I love this aircraft.
It's a Gothic cathedral.
Ah. I need a set of goggles and a scarf and a pipe to fly this aircraft, I think.
Yes. Doesn't have flying buttresses though, that's interesting. So it might be an earlier Gothic.
I have not
British-
the first idea what you're talking
Do you know what a flying buttress is? Come on.
about. I've heard of that phrase, but I'm not really that interested in architecture to be able to say yes or no.
Yeah. That's fine.
Like I definitely heard flying buttress.
Yeah, it's just like a.
Is it like the
it's a
it's like
buttress.
the pillar that's sort of outside the building, like in Notre Dame?
Yeah, the ones that are kind of leaning against the building,
Yeah.
keeping it together. But they're flying because they're not attached to the wall. Like
Yes.
original buttresses are just thicker pieces of wall.
Pay attention. Don't crash a
Yeah.
priceless old Spitfire into or near Salisbury Cathedral. Chugga, 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 chugga. No, wrong target, wrong target.
Oh, you want to go to Cologne for that?
I wouldn't really be going that far anyway, would I? It'd be fighter escort most of the way there and then... Right,
That's
I'm
true,
off. I've
yeah.
only got a 2-hour endurance. See you later.
Well, it was the Americans that had to invent disposable fuel tanks in order
drop
to get
pods.
that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally an American invention. The British would never do that. They'd be like, wait, you want to waste the fuel tank? No, that's craftsmanship.
Yeah, let's send them down on parachutes or so. Let's make them remotely returnable.
Yeah, no, they totally would. They wouldn't have come up with that on their own. Everything they made was, like, well made. At least, you know, put together for a purpose if it wasn't well made.
Yeah, well, there was a lots of things that had to be sort of done differently, and I think they realised that. The American way of making stuff disposable was super handy.
Yeah.
Like the Liberty ships. Those ships were essentially designed to be
Yes.
disposable. Like, they weren't supposed to
Some
last
of them
more
were
than years.
concrete. Yeah, some of them were literally made of concrete.
I think that's wonderful.
I mean, it's crazy that there are ships made of concrete, for sure.
Yeah. Like,
A bunch of them are actually still in Canada. They're being used as a break wall.
oh, there's one being used as a cannery ship, not floating. It's like
Yeah, it's been sunk or
yeah.
or
There's one that's
stabilized.
still floating. It begins with J. I want to say it begins with J. Like, do you know the only problem with this so far is I can't see the compass that well. So I don't know which direction I'm flying without pulling a VFR map. Like, I want to fly.
Northeast.
Yeah, I want to fly south. Yeah, go and fly along the coast of Dover and stuff. We're a bit far away for that, I think. That's good. I poked my head out of the glass there. I haven't had to reset my head tracking yet.
Are you in VR?
No, I'm
Oh no,
using
you
my
just have a visual.
yeah, I'm using my actually that being said, I think I'm gonna have to reset it. There we go. It just drifts a tiny bit.
Oh yeah, we're not that far from the ocean.
No. Pretty much follow the river down here and then. I'm scared. Let's see what happens when I put my chair down. There we go. Okay.
Plane complains when I have full power and when I have no power, and I'm using only those two settings.
Yeah, for modern. You got to treat modern aircraft nice. Hello. I love the way with this head tracker I can stick my head out the window. know, try and form up on you.
I guess I should put full power up then so that you can keep up.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, actually, I'll just put full power on now and watch out. I'm directly behind you now. I'm just going to whiz past you. Actually, no, I'm not. I want to form up.
You catching up?
I'm pretty much right behind you, yeah. Actually, I'm dropping away now. Let's get some.
Doing 177 knots.
I'm doing 200 miles an hour now. I'm catching up again. I'm trying to do it gently. I don't want to overshoot you.
Yeah.
So,
I do like the Bonanza. It's a good plane. What do you do if you had an engine failure on that plane right now?
bail. I got the canopy open. I think they're going to eventually program into it the like failure conditions. You can, like, you know, under temperature of the engine, over temperature of the engine.
Oh, right. Well, that's good.
Over boost potentially, you know, lean it out too much. And
Actually, that was... I had that on FSX, I remember, on the model, that, like, if you ran at full power too much, it would just, like, destroy itself and oil would come out the exhaust. Now we got the coast. We're gonna make a 10-degree left turn.
close. I'm behind you into the right.
Yeah, real close.
You need to get this aircraft, man.
Especially since it's not expensive.
Yeah, it's not. It is such a lovely aircraft. I'm not endorsing that company, or am I sponsored by them? But it's, and I had to pay for this. So. Just keeping him absolutely locked onto his aircraft. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. I do need a proper floor-mounted flight stick.
Quick question though.
Yeah.
Does this plane fly upside down?
Oh wow. This
God,
one
that
will
roll
do, but
is
it will
just
starve
low.
out. It will starve out.
Oh yeah, it's got a carburetor.
Yeah.
I think that they eventually were fuel injected, but maybe I'm wrong.
I was reading about that before. They figured out how to dive to. So they couldn't do negative G's because the fuel would obviously come out of the carburetor, but the carburetor gave the engine more power. Early fuel injection just obviously wasn't that great.
Yeah, well, as long as you maintain the positive G's.
Yeah, and they figured out a way.
Also, you can
the Germans figured out a way
yeah.
to get away from them by just diving, and the Spitfire couldn't dive to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Because it would lose power. So what they did was, the pilots actually found a way. They tipped the wing over and went down sideways.
Right.
That
yeah.
mustn't have taken too many attempts to figure out that worked.
Well, it's the negative G's that floods the carburetor, not zero G's, right? So that's a great way to do anything in an airplane. Like even if you're flying your airplane and there's stresses on the airplane that it can't handle. So, but if you're using gravity, you have literally zero stress on the airplane, so you're getting that extra.
Yeah.
Wave to the Navy, boys.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
U.S. spy. You're shooting at the Brits.
The FPS has just taken a hit. Damn sim. I've got to just wait for the minute and a half it takes to rectify itself again.
Well, there's more of this fortification over here. Cool.
There it is.
Is that a point of interest?
Nope.
No, that's cool. That's definitely added in, like...
Yeah, there's a few of them. I found a few of them on the coast.
Yeah.
Let's do a bit of a full power and catch up with Wise.
Oh, wait. Did you hear about the old fighter pilot that went on the radio to talk about his experiences?
No?
The radio guy asked him, tell us about your experience, in dogfights. And the guy said, well, it was really tough. We were in the thick of it. There were Fokkers to the left and Fokkers to the right, and they were just everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the radio presenter says, well, just to the audience, a Fokker, the type of German airplane. And then the fighter pilot says, oh no, but these Fokkers were Messerschmitts.
Yes, I love that kind of response by an older chap. He's got a wry smile on his face after he says it. Holler. Oh, sorry, mate. I missed your message. Yeah, have a good night if you're still there. Have a good night. Oh wow.
What's the name of the town here on the Isle of Wight?
Whereabouts are we on the Isle of Wight? Oh, Cows.
Oh, there's more than one town. Oh, Cows.
Yeah, Cows. Cows is the north one, yeah. I'm not sure whether that might not be Cows. I think Cows is the one right on the coast.
On the edge, yeah.
I've never actually been to the Isle of Wight.
Oh,
Everyone,
okay. Me neither.
the moment I say where I'm from, they say, "Oh, the one down at the south of England," meaning this one. No, not the Isle of Wight.
Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have no problem explaining.
Yeah. You won't get that mistake from me, but that's just because I'm a nerd.
Well, I mean, yeah, there is a few of you about. Hey. Or BFI, sorry.
But
Bulk fuel installation on the coast. You know, the big.
yeah. The big tanks.
Yeah, like for discharging, tanker discharging. I'm gonna bomb up and down that river. That was real cool. I might jump off the sim actually, and come back to it tomorrow.
Do it. Who you want to do?
Yeah,
Have a joint roll. So.
I'll be on tomorrow afternoon.
You're talking to me or Twitch?
Oh, you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, great. Well, yeah, do your thing. I just joined. I saw you online, so figured I'd come by.
No worries. Just 2 seconds. Reset. Trim my aircraft out a little better. My machine is going to beep at me. I'm going to reset that. And I might try and go for a landing in a field.
There's an aircraft. There's an airport on the left here.
Whereabouts is it?
It was to the left of that river you were following.
Okay.
I'm close to it. The runways are 1735.
EGRB.
Yeah. I believe 35 is the appropriate approach runway right now. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, is it? Yes, it is. It's the right one.
Are you approaching now, are you?
I'm on base if I could just find the airport. Is that it?
Oh, it's
No.
a field. It's a field, yeah.
Field? And am I going to crash because I think that I'm going into a field? The tiny field here.
Yep.
Oh,
It's right here.
totally is. Totally is this tiny field. Why didn't you tell me, man?
I tried landing at this earlier, actually. But I'm going way too fast for this.
There's a power line right in front of it.
Yeah, I've avoided that. It's okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you know what I went and did?
You didn't put on your landing gear.
Well, apparently I clicked it. I managed to scrape and then power up again. But I did. I clicked the button for it. I'm stalling. Oh no! Rip!
Oh, yeah, there you go.
My God, you
nice.
can spin this aircraft.
That was a cartwheel there.
Yeah, I was spinning out of control, like tailspin.
Nice.
That was wow, that's an impressive way to end up.
Yeah. I like this airport.
Wow, you can actually, yeah. That was a. Wow, I've never, yeah. That
Never had that happen.
no, that's never
I'm
happened
glad.
before.
I'm glad that surprised you.
Yeah, it just the tail started going out, and I was like, oh crap, I'm going into the ground. And that's exactly what did happen.
All right, I'm gonna do a circuit here since it's such a nice little airport. But
Yeah, same.
you have a good night. Oh yeah.
Yeah, same. Same. I shall wait for you to go airborne before I infest the runway.
Okay. Around, and I'm rolling.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, let's mess this take up off.
I don't know that Spitfire can take off in that distance.
It's gonna. It's definitely gonna. So. Come on, rudder. No! Wow, I'm literally into it, full right rudder.
Yeah, I feel that. That's not where the runway is.
Like I had me full right rudder into it, just trying to. Impressive. Right, I'll tell you what. Let's. I want to find a bigger airfield now.
There's another one on this island. I just don't know how big it is.
There should be a proper airport. He's saying 150 is the and you want to hit the approach. You want to go over the approach of the airport
At 150?
90 in this aircraft.
Oh,
90-ish.
yeah.
And then essentially let it glide down, drop the power, and then do everything in your power to stop it touching the ground. Like it can touch down beautifully.
Thanks.
But
It does have quite a small tail, so I understand that approach.
I'm running straight off the end of the runway. That's not long enough. I might avoid the trees. It's difficult to say. I'm not going to avoid the trees. I'm going to wing it over instead, like a complete moron. Bend my. Yeah, that runway's a bit too small for this aircraft.
Yeah. Also, like a lot of training pilots crash their Cessna, or not their Cessnas, their Spitfires. It was a hard one to fly.
Well, I'll tell you what. Are you on the runway?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to try to get off the runway.
We're gonna have a runway collision here. That's fine. I'll get above you. Yeah, I'm already flying.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to open the canopy again because the sound is excellent. The sound is truly excellent. It sounds so good.
Those Merlins. The low growl. It's not even a growl. It's too refined to be a growl.
Adding rudder, adding more rudder. What am I doing wrong here?
I think you have a tailwind and that's making it worse.
I was full right rudder in that and it just...
Yeah. There's a couple of things that it could be, but...
I had my flap stand as well, which would have helped.
Well, yeah, there.
Oh, man. I'm gonna need to go and try and find a bigger airfield just briefly. I want to try a couple of
Alright.
take off and landings, take offs. Takes off, take offs, takes off,
Takeoffs.
take offs. Hi, adventurer. Let's get the suck up the gear. EGHN. I'm heading pretty much straight for it now.
Alright.
Yeah, it's got a runway. I don't know how long
Yeah,
it
I
is.
see it on the... Looks long enough, I can see it on the map.
It
So.
looks longer than the last one. Okay, so let's descend. I'm still doing 200 knots, so this is entirely too fast for this.
You do a forward slip.
I'm doing I'm just extending the down.
Yeah.
Right, now I'm slowing. I'm climbing a little bit. I can't even see that airfield anymore, you know.
See it on my left.
Is that it? I don't know what it is. Let's get the gear down.
Have the traffic on final.
I'm gonna have to.
You're going to.
Yeah, entirely too fast. This is a tricky aircraft to set down.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be established on quite a long final.
Yeah. I can put my flats down straight away because I'm 120. That'll do me. Gear is down. The visual indicators are out.
You're still flying in the wrong direction for the wind.
Ah!
That's okay, it's a big runway.
Stick my head out. I think I might be clipping some trees here. I cannot see the runway.
I can see you. Oh, it's because of the nose being up.
Yes!
Nice.
Relatively straight. I'll do. I'll do big. Okay, I'll look at that. I could stick my arm out like that's what I'm imagining doing right now, sticking my arm out and letting the fumes just wave my hair behind me like that. Okay, I'll go to the other end of the runway and take off. I was going to quit, but I kind of...
You're enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. It's disgusting.
was a bad touch and go.
Did you,
Oh, I just had a rough time getting back up.
Okay. Just a little bit of break to, make myself a bit more comfortable for this takeoff. Pull the flaps up, because I do not need them for, and then the little visual indicator disappears, because the flaps are up, and the gear
You
is
don't
down.
need a, like one notch of flaps?
Nope, there isn't. There's only flaps or no flaps.
Oh yeah.
And apparently you do not. It's a big no-no to take off in a Spitfire with flaps.
Oh yeah.
It handles like a pig. They're like a huge air brake. It's not. If you look at the way they're
You
modeled,
got the holes in them. Yeah.
Yeah, they just stick right down from the surface of the wing.
Yeah.
Much,
Yeah, they split. They're like split flaps.
okay, so,
Those definitely add for drag.
my differential brakes. I love the analog braking on this. I can. Okay.
Oh, I left my gear on my touch and go as well. Oops. You're rolling. Lima Romeo X-ray is final for runway.
I'm already rolling off.
Oh yeah, you were going off the side again.
Yeah.
Try going real slow on your power.
That's what I did.
Really? Oh, okay.
I fed the power in real slow.
What about leaving the brakes on until your engine's torqued up? Or is that going to make it harder?
Maybe, yeah. I might have to pull the stick back as well. Maybe I'm forgetting to do something. I've been able to take off a bunch of times. You just need the rudder authority, and you don't have that. Okay. Oh, no, too much brakes. Okay, right, so. I got the brakes, just a little bit of brakes. Just to hold it. Well, I've got the stick back. Okay, letting off the brakes, stick is still back. Rudder pedal's fairly neutral.
That looks straighter, and then you
No, it just,
got
no,
to
just
slide in the rudder.
Yeah, it just flips right off down the road.
Did you slide in the rudder or no?
I went,
gosh.
yeah. So I managed to take off and land on a building upside down.
I thought.
Oh man. Oh rip. It just
Do you need to?
catapulted me out.
Does it ask for takeoff power? Sorry, does it ask for full power on takeoff?
No, it's like he said 10 pounds of boost.
Okay.
Oh wow, stalled it.
It's a great little airport.
Landing is easy. I can do landing.
There's a golf course here too.
Of course there is.
When I finally fly across the Atlantic, maybe we can stop here and have a 9 holes.
Yeah, do the quick back nine. Close enough. Descend. Not like a brick with any. Okay. That's nice.
Oop.
That's like too slow to be perfectly honest with you. In my power to stop it touching.
Or break the tail.
Did I?
Oh well, that just looked like it from here. If you're going too slow and you hit the tail.
I did. The tail came down first there, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily break the airplane, but it might bend it.
Okay, gears up. No, flaps are up, sorry. Excuse me. Whoa. Okay. get out of here. I love this head tracker. Now that I've played with it a little bit more.
Just use my mouse, and I'm curious about head trackers.
It's really quite.
But I feel like
The way I've got it set it up now, it's really quite handy. Like you just look out of the wing
but you're like your screen is still in front of you, right?
yeah. You don't have
So,
to
like,
move your
you
head
just
that
kinda-
far. You just have to keep your
Oh,
eyes
okay.
centered.
Yeah.
So I'm only moving my head. Well, not as far as I'm moving the screen. Anyway,
Right.
you can set it up however you want. Using OpenTrack, there's full settings to allow you to.
Cool.
Like you can lock it in the
I
center.
guess I have a
position, which is-
webcam now. It's used with a webcam?
Well, yes, but certain models of webcam work better than others. So I'm using a PS3 iCam, whatever it's
Okay.
called, and they're like what $10 on eBay.
Yeah, I have a Oraltech webcam.
And it uses because it's the reason to use the PS3 one is it does 75 frames a second.
Okay, so you get a faster response on.
Yeah, you do 75 frames per second at 640 by 480. It doesn't need to be any better looking than that. Because all it's got to
Right.
look, you put a filter over the top of it. Like what I did was use a bit of a floppy disk, the actual disk part.
Okay, yeah.
Blocks out all the light, and only the IR LEDs show through. There's two models of the camera, and one of them has an IR filter, which needs to be removed, and one doesn't.
Huh.
I'm right behind you.
Should I take off then?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for it again. And
Alright, good luck.
I'm gonna
How
go.
a real pilot takes off.
Hey?
Just kidding. So this is how a real pilot takes off.
Oh yeah. Rub it in.
I'm just kidding though.
I tell you, I'm gonna lock my engine primer as well because maybe that had some.
Oh yeah, make sure that's locked.
Yeah, that has all the difference. I'm gonna go into the controls quickly and see if I can find that. Like there's it. Elevator trim. Yeah, elevator trim. Rudder trim. I'm going to clear that. I'm going to clear current input, validate. Clear current input and validate. And then I'm going to select an input. Joystick. No, not that one. I've already got that one. R axis X. No, what? Am I going mad? There we go. R axis Y. And then. Why is it not? No, oh, really? I clicked on the wrong damn thing, didn't I?
I'm turning base, so I'll probably do my final above you.
Yeah. Why
Pull
now has
over.
that just disappeared? Am I going mad? Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. So, control trimming surfaces. Toggle aileron trim, set aileron trim left. And it gives me an elevator trim axis. Two different modes of elevator trim axis. But it doesn't give me a rudder trim axis. That's annoying. I can set it to a button, but I can't set it to an axis.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, I hate that. I have the same problem with the reverse thrust, right? I have a reverse thrust range, and it just treats it like a button.
Yeah. Set elevator trim. Yeah, I can set elevator trim axis, but I can't. That's so irritating. Oh, excuse me. I'll get rid of that anyway, just in case it's messing with anything else. I'll tell you what, we'll just go. We'll use the method I've been using before, so straight up to 12. There we go.
Yeah. Still wants to roll, but you got it up.
Yeah. Some trimming. Close my canopy. Gear is up. There we go. I can take
Very
off.
nice. But you have to be careful.
Yeah. You need to make sure the elevator's got some sort of authority, the rudder's got some sort of authority.
And prop wash won't do it, eh?
Well, it must do, because it does it, as long as I put the power right up real quick, while it's got weight on the wheels, it doesn't have a tendency to want to sort of skip sideways.
Okay.
Go around the coast here and give it a trim down a little. Get some wind in my hair again. Oh yeah. On my way back for another landing. Let's try not to mess this up. Too fast.
You going straight in from that side?
Yeah, I just wanted to have a look. I'm not going to set down.
Alright.
I'm just going to not even put the gear down. I'm just going to blast along the surface of the runway.
The old penetration approach.
Taka 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 taka.
So in America, I think I'm supposed to have a complex rating to fly a complicated airplane.
Yeah.
But my license in Canada would probably let me fly the Spitfire without any extra ratings.
You gotta find someone stupid enough to give you the keys to one though.
Yeah.
Those kind of people are few and far between.
I don't think they exist. I don't think you can have enough money and wherewithal to maintain a Spitfire and be an idiot. You beg to disagree?
No, you're probably quite right. If I had a Spitfire,
At least-
there's no way I'd let anybody else fly it.
Exactly. And you're not too bright. I'm just
No, yeah, exactly. Wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Shooting you out of the
That's
sky.
me on the runway.
You're dead now. I've shot you.
Yeah, this is the most vulnerable position to be in on the runway. Well, shit. Uh-oh.
Let's see if I can spin out again. Let's.
Yeah.
I can. Oh, I just ripped the wings off it. Woof! Yep, she gets unhappy.
Finicky.
Like that. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's... I am entirely stalling right here. But I got full power on, so...
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It can just, it's just allowing me to do it.
That's called slow flight. You have full power and you're going just above stall.
Yeah. I wish you could hear the sound effect of this aircraft.
Yeah, I like them around. I mean, I've heard it in videos. I don't think I've heard of Merlin.
I've heard one in real life. I've never seen one start up though. I'd love to see one start.
Oh yeah.
Like I've seen a Lancaster bomber and a couple of Spitfires and a couple of Hurricanes go to Battle of Britain flight.
Oh, you know what? We have the Lancasters that have Merlins.
Yeah, it's four Merlins. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, then I have heard it.
Yeah.
Because we have one of the only 2 flying Lancasters in Ontario. And the Brits have the other one.
Yep.
But actually, there's so few parts left for them that, like, I don't know that... a couple of years ago, they flew one across the channel for probably the 50th or 60th anniversary of D-Day. And I don't think they're doing it again. While they were in Britain, something broke and they had to, like, take a piece from the British reserve of stuff.
I think they've taken stuff from museums before as well.
Yeah, there's really not much left. Oh, crap, my engine just cut out. Holy.
Well, I'm gonna crash into a building.
I just spent half a fuel tank and I didn't realize until I almost crashed.
Right, that was definitely a crash.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't really paying attention to that. So.
Do you live in that neighborhood down there?
Nope.
Since you're from the Isle of Man?
You're so funny. I was weeping in my cockpit. Cries in Spitfire. You can cry in your G36.
God, I wouldn't cry if I had this.
No, I mean, but if you, if I was sat next to you on the runway with a Spitfire.
Oh, I would. It doesn't matter what plane I'd have envy.
Yeah.
I could be singing an F-15 and be envious.
I sit there going, will you swap? I'll swap you.
When we were crossing, gosh, not the last time I flew to the States, but the time before I flew to the States, you know, the border inspection guys in the States are all, like, very gruff and serious about their job, and they think everyone has trucks. But we were at the airport and getting that inspection, and they actually checked the wing tanks with, like, special equipment just to see if there's drugs in there.
Oh, yeah.
And as he's, like, checking, a P-51, it's like an A or a B model, comes in and, like, taxis right beside us, and we're all, like, talking about it, like, oh yeah, it's P-51, you know, earlier one, blah, 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 blah. And the guy, like, immediately knows, like, no, these guys don't have any drugs in the airplane. They know what they're talking about.
I just found more things to click in the cockpit, so I'm just, that's very cool. Rudder trim. There is a rudder trim wheel on there, but there's no axis for it on the sim, so I can't. That's...
So I have, I have the little toggle buttons for rudder and for the other trim, for elevator trim.
Let's put that back up and... Oh, see, I love the noise of that starting up with the inertia starter. The only problem with the sound effects package I've found so far is the sound effect for the engine start is an inertia starter.
And it's what kind of starter is it?
It's an electric on these.
Oh, okay.
There was a few. Like we were talking about this before. There's a few with Kaufman starters. It was Mark II or something. Somebody said. And
What's a Kaufman starter?
Oh, it's like a cartridge, like an explosive cartridge. It fires down
cool, yeah.
and spins a thing to start to fight. Gives it like the starter enough energy to turn the engine over.
Cool.
And all the Griffin engines had them. But
really?
Yeah, all of these had electric start. There's a couple of them had Kaufman starters, but none of them had an inertia, a flywheel starting.
Yeah.
I've heard there was a route. Like I read a comment from somebody who's far older and far more wizened than me. That apparently there might have been one or two that had like a backup, a hand crankable inertia starter in like Africa somewhere, but there was nobody's ever seen any evidence of that.
Yeah,
and it's a hell of a mechanism
you just
to put.
The prop.
Yeah, it's a hell of a mechanism to put in on an aircraft like this. That
You can just hot start by spinning the prop at the appropriate time. You do it well. I mean, I guess you probably can't with like a 23-liter Merlin engine, but
yeah, that's a hell of look at the angle of the prop though. If you're sat outside, like, where the hell are you going to stand that's safe enough to be able to pull that, to be able to get out the damn way?
Yeah, there are procedures for doing it, but yeah, typically you kind of you pull down and then kind of duck when you're done that one big pull.
Yeah, but the prop's bigger than the damn aircraft. It's got a larger wingspan. What a wonderful aircraft that is. I need to just stretch my face.
Yep.
There we go. Needing to make my neck crack. Oh, I brought some Coke down there as well. Not the type of Coke, the slurp type of Coke.
Yeah, the one that used to have that other stuff in it.
This, yeah.
Then that just became no fun.
It probably tasted dreadful. And now...
It probably did.
So they had to add something to it to get people to buy it. And now, with radon! Ooh!
Oh god.
Revitalizing. I'm gonna do it outside. I'm gonna be the cheat and do the control E start just so I can hear the sound outside again. Because apart from the inertia starter, which I keep banging on about, you get the pop from the exhaust. It's lovely.
Cylinder firing. That's nice.
Yeah, it's not quite accurate, but it's still lovely to hear it. I own my own Merlin. This is as close as I'm ever going to get getting one. So, and I wanted to check something actually. I wanted to check whether if you cut the engine, do the flaps drop down? No. I love the little can someone tell me whether they're hydraulic?
The flap.
Yeah.
I think they are. I know that there's a hydraulic system in the Spitfire.
Well, yeah, because there's the landing gear. The landing gear is hydraulic.
I mean, I feel like the flaps are hydraulic, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling they are, because they come out mighty quick for a, like it'd be mighty quick for an
A hand thing, yeah.
well they're not hand because there's a switch for them in the cockpit, but for being a mechanical, like a jack screw or something.
Right.
They come out way too fast for them to be a jack screw, without there being a massive electric motor in there to do it. So, and they have to have hydraulics to run the guns, surely.
Really, the percussion of the guns.
Yeah,
like,
but
I thought there was just a trigger mechanism for the 303s that you just pull.
Yeah, for those it would be, but the big 20mm, how is that? Because it's got a massive ammunition drum. There's no way just the recoil is going to be enough to pull that whole chain of ammunition in behind it.
Okay,
I don't know.
fair.
I'm just talking
Yeah.
about crap now.
There's not that many rounds in the Hispano compared to the 303.
That's like 60.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. But they must absolutely tear through aircraft when they hit.
way more than the 303s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they also had AP and mixed AP explosive and explosive rounds. So. Whereas the 303s are just, you know, FMJ at best. And even if you have an armor-piercing 303 bullet, the chances that it goes right through the enemy airplane without touching anything is pretty high.
EJHN. I'm going to just jump out to main menu. I'm going to come back, but I'm going to use the clipped wings version.
Oh yeah.
I want to see the difference.
It's just faster rolling for low altitudes.
Yeah. EGHN. Okay. EGHN. Let's have a look at the old liveries. I really love that sky blue one. But I kind of want to. I don't. I'm going to go with the sky blue one.
Sky blue and clipped wings?
Yep.
I don't know if that was ever done.
No, I think it's just a Piper. This is EGHN. It's on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
North Europe servers, if you're interested. No worries, Piper. No worries. Oh, don't start the engine for me. Oh yeah, look at that stubborn little thing. I do like that that livery though. Okay, it's not as good as the previous one, but even the dirt down the side of the aircraft from the exhaust looks real nice. Oh yeah.
She started on the wrong runway.
Did I?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been the sim, but fine. Seems to have worked for you before.
Let's get that reset. Let's get back in.
You know what? We might have different wind. What I don't know what settings you're flying with. Now I realize I might just be using scattered cloud. Oh no, I'm using live.
Yeah, I'm using live. I just clicked the departure airfield. I didn't click the runway. I don't think I did.
And
Anyway,
it put you then.
I might have done. Someone can correct me in a minute. Right, let's even more rudder, and wants to just shimmy me off to the side.
You should just cut the engine when that happens. There you go.
Actually, she rolls up a bit faster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
The elliptical ends are good for the altitude combat, but at low altitudes it's much better to have the clip wing.
check my phone because I just had a message. Let's try and land this too fast. Way too fast. I've floated most of the way down the runway before I actually land. Touchdown. Well, I might have stopped at the end, but that was a bloody terrible landing, wasn't it?
Actually, not tailwind on my maps, so those look pretty good.
No, I just it's got nothing to do with. I left it too late as usual to slow down. You have to treat this thing so nicely. You have to slow down so far in advance because it just wants to stay. It wants to be a fast airplane all the time. It doesn't want to.
Yeah. Does it fly at 90 knots?
It'll fly, yeah.
Yeah, then you should set 90 knots like well before on your approach.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can just add power to maintain altitude and keep those 90 knots.
This head track is really nice, even for a British money unit cost. And I can just lean out like that.
It's 1 sixpence.
1 and sixpence, yeah. Put my head out. Get the feel of the prop blast in my face, on my eyebrows.
Should have a fan that like increases RPM when you increase the throttle.
When I put my head out. You know, force feedback, wind generator. I could do one right now. It's getting really warm down here. I can hide in my cockpit as well. Oh, and I've just broke it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Actually run out of fuel at some point.
Yeah, I'm going to check my fuel actually. So.
Dude, I'm so confused. I don't understand. How did my engine cut
20 gallons.
if I have that much fuel in my tank? I have to check this on the ground. Yeah, it's empty. That's
Yeah.
definitely empty. Now my engine's off. It says I have a ton of fuel. I don't know, it's lying to me. It's like most airplane fuel gauges, it's not telling me the truth.
Oh, Hollow was kind enough to fire me over the Spitfire 9, Spitfire 11, and Spitfire 16.
Nice.
Pilot notes, 3rd edition. This edition supersedes all previous editions. Oh yes, it's like a full photographic copy of an original
Nice.
pilot's note handbook, promulgated by the order of the Air Council, prepared by direction of the Minister of Supply. Oh, this is wonderful. You got a real nice photo. Right, I have to go through that at some point.
Yeah. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more circuits here and I'm off.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do one with you, and then I too will Foxtrot Oscar.
Alright.
Okay, right, so didn't have the brakes on. hold back on the stick at all times when manoeuvring.
Nice. Yeah, this is going to be a really short field landing.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I took... No, you didn't touch the ground before the runway.
Nope. How dare you insinuate that I would do such a thing?
Okie dokie. Right. Give the old neck a stretch. Oh. And then...
Your flaps are down.
Ah, good man. There's someone over there called Spit 40. Oh, like...
Where is he? Oh yeah.
Wow, it just doesn't want to stay in
man.
a straight line, man.
Oh, that hurts.
I'm struggling so much to keep this thing from flopping over on its... Oh, come on.
Alright,
So
I can wait for you to line up again.
I'm just going to waz the power up to 11.
It depends on the airplane, sometimes that works.
No, I'm full into the rudder again.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
it's
you're
not
going to the
having it.
hangar. He parks the plane in the hangar, that's good.
That was what I intended to do. I'm just getting a push back on my Spitfire, no big deal.
With the engine spinning?
Oh yeah. It's a pullback in this one.
Yeah, right. Pick up the tail, boys.
Give it full power, see what happens. I can overpower the tug.
Oh, with your engine? Yeah.
Two cats. It's wonderful. It's an absolutely wonderful aircraft. I was super hesitant when it came out, and I didn't actually buy it until yesterday. And well, as you can see, I've just crashed into a hangar trying to take off. I pretty much exclusively fly like the bush planes in this, like all the Cubs, all the little stall aircraft that have been created. We do bush flights in our group, and I thought I was ready for some high-powered tailwheel action, but turns out I'm still a nub when it comes to like it just is so insane, like the I'm on full. I'm doing something incorrect.
Yeah.
It's got no rudder authority at slow speed at all, and I'm really struggling to take off in a straight line.
Maybe use a touch of differential brake if that's true.
I mean, I could. Oh, mate, it's called UI mod. I'm pretty sure it's available on. I don't know whether you heard of the website flightsim.to. I think everybody who's got Microsoft Flight Sim at the moment's heard of that one. I'm pretty sure I got it from there. You just dump it in your community folder, and it makes them a little smaller and tidier.
All right, one more circuit, and I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oof. Yeah, that was a bit too tight. Right, easy now. I'll do a full round and then Two Cats, you got the Spitfire, right? There's Wyvern.
Where? Oh, there.
Yeah, he's Blue Wyvern. He's that was the guy that followed me around most of the coast of the UK on Friday, last Friday.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Started with me, put in a full like 9-hour shift. Good man.
You too. Congratulations.
Oh man, that was so stupid.
Did the Sobo contact you and give you a medal?
No, they should have done that, right? I'm gonna write to my local MP and
Complain, yeah. Damn French. They don't show respect to the British anymore.
gear down. The flaps are down now. I might actually be coming in at a correct speed this time.
Yeah, you're looking a little slower, so that's good. You're going too slow now.
No, I'm 90.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this might be too slow for this clipped wing. I just figured that out.
Well, I'm too fast, but I think I should be able to bleed it off.
That was better. That was better.
Yeah,
I messed
yeah.
it up originally. No, 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 no. No. What am I doing wrong? Have I got some? I must have some settings messed up.
Maybe, yeah. That could be it, yeah. Or it could be a bug.
I thought I had some settings messed up.
Could be anything,
No, I
to be
don't think
honest.
it's a bug because I managed to do it a whole bunch of times, so it's definitely something I'm doing. Two cats are currently on the Isle of Wight, but I believe we're both jumping off now. I'm going to be flying again tomorrow afternoon, probably after 2 p.m. So if you fancy joining, do that. Got a Discord if you want to join. You don't have to, or add me in game. The name is there, and just jump on and we'll fly if you want. I'm trying to talk everybody I know into getting this aircraft because it's just so awesome, and I want to fly in a group of like 10 of them.
That's actually one that I would get because like I'm not, unless I'm looking for like study level, I don't want to pay too much.
Yeah, I know what you
And
mean.
that's only $30. All right, I'm off.
Yeah,
Thanks for the flight.
no problem. You too, man. Thanks very much.
Peace.
I'm just gonna put my. I haven't got the Goshawk, right? I was talking to somebody. I think it was last night who said it wasn't very good, and I kind of trust the guy's opinion. He was the one who talked me into getting this, and told me straight up that I would not be disappointed. And yeah, that's it. Like if I was going, like I'd want a Red Arrow, I'd want a BA Hawk rather than a Goshawk. I'd want the proper one, and it just ain't. Like I've got the 339, I've got the G91. They're kind of both cool aircraft. 339 is really good, and I've got the F-15, which was unbelievably broken, but it's not too bad now. I mean, it's still not. It's more arcade than anything else. But this Spitfire, I genuinely believe is the best aircraft to be added to the game so far. They've really upped the ante with that. This isn't even the best livery, and it's still pretty damn cool. Like the sky blue, and it's just, oh yeah, it's such a great. Like the work they've put into it's just incredible. And again, my only complaint about it is the engine startup sound, because they're not inertia starters on these Spitfires. They all have a starter motor like a car. But that is going to be me for this evening on Twitch anyway. Holla if you're still around. Thanks very much. On the Spitty, yeah. Well, I tell you what, Two Cats, I'll start it up for you and listen. Listen what I mean. So, on big radial engines, you know, the ones with the pistons on the outside, round in a circle. A lot of them have like this, like pneumatic starters and stuff like that, but they have these big flywheels. So you spin the flywheel up with a small electric motor, get it really fast speed, and then engage a clutch between that and the crankshaft of the engine. And you get this noise if you listen. Do you hear that? The do 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 as it's engaging this clutch and it's dragging the energy out of the flywheel. That's an inertia starter, and they are not on these. If you go and look on any, you don't even have to look far. Just go on YouTube and look for any Merlin engine startup, and they all start up with an electric starter. So they crank over like a car engine, and then they'll just one cylinder will fire. You'll get a puff of flame out of once, and then blah 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 blah. The whole thing will just roar into life. I'm sure that they got that because it's probably one of the highest quality sounds that they had. But I will, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be the only one that has mentioned that. But it might, yeah, you might be right. I might be the only person who said something about it yet. I did have to go and check to make sure I wasn't, you know, full of shit, so to speak, with that. But I did, and there's no instances of a Spitfire with an inertia starter on them, not that I can find. Certainly on the not on Mark 9. Mark 2 had a shotgun starter. It does do, right. So I'll shut it down again. I'll show you. So no, wrong button. But yeah, no, the plumes of smoke is purely an SDK simulator thing. They can't do like the flames popping out and the smoke. That's purely down to Microsoft Flight Simulator rather than them not wanting to program it, because I'm sure they would. And I think this game would be really good at it once they implement it, and they will. And they've just done contrails, haven't they? So it's not far behind. But if you listen, you can hear the individual cylinders fire, but it's not quite right for a Merlin. It still sounds cool, and I really do appreciate the sound, but it's not quite right. It does sound nice, but yeah, it's not quite right. Oh, it's a wonderful aircraft. Yeah. Anyway, I've chatted long enough about inertia starters on Twitch today. I shall be back on tomorrow. I will probably from about sort of half two ish. Probably on 2 o'clock. I'm going to go and try and learn how to fly this properly in places. It should be a lot slower. Yeah, Two Cats, definitely. Yeah, thanks very much. See you later, man. I'm off skis. I'm going to have a pleasant day. Yeah, Two Cats, absolutely. Do that. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Add me in game or whatever. Join our Discord. You're more than welcome to. And thanks for the follow as well. Have a good night.